Most people are born inside a prison, not the kind with iron bars, not the kind you can escape, which is exactly why nobody questions it. This prison is quieter. It's built from memories, regrets, old conversations your brain replays at 3 a.m. like punishment. You know the feeling. Your body is tired, but your mind suddenly whispers, "Remember that mistake from years ago? Perfect. Now you're awake, fighting ghosts." Here's the part nobody tells you. The past is not chasing you. You are dragging it every day, like carrying a suitcase full of stones, and then wondering why life feels heavy. So answer this honestly. What would happen if you dropped it? No therapy talk, no journaling, no healing slowly. Burned it completely. Every shame, every failure, every "I should have been better" gone. Does that sound freeing or terrifying? Because today's story is about a man who actually did it. And when he did, everything changed. Immediately. But the way he did it, most people would never dare. Centuries ago, there lived a scholar named Deshan. He was brilliant, the kind of man people bowed to. He carried a huge wooden chest everywhere. Inside were journals, scriptures, notes, every lesson he had ever learned. His entire life was in that box. Without it, he believed he was nobody. Maybe you understand that more than you admit. Take away your job title, your achievements, your history. Who are you? Exactly. Uncomfortable question. Deshan avoided it too, until one night, he visited an old master to prove how knowledgeable he was. He talked for hours, quoted texts, explained theories, tried very hard to sound important. The master listened silently. Then, he blew out the lantern. Darkness. Instant. Total. Deshan stopped talking, because suddenly, all his knowledge was useless. He couldn't read, couldn't see, couldn't prove anything. His identity disappeared with the light. And in that heavy silence, one thought hit him like fear. What if everything I'm carrying is dead weight? Not wisdom. Wait, he didn't sleep that night. By morning, he made a decision that looked insane. He built a fire, opened the chest, and started throwing everything in. Page after page. Years of work. Gone. No backup. No copy. Yeah, brutal. Anyone watching would think, this man has lost his mind. But think logically. If your hands are full of yesterday, how will you ever touch today? As the fire grew higher, something strange happened. He didn't cry. He didn't hesitate. He smiled. For the first time in years, his back felt light. For the first time, he wasn't protecting an old version of himself. He was free. But here's the uncomfortable part. Burning paper is easy. Burning escape routes? That's terrifying. And another man proved that. A general named Hernan Cortes landed with his soldiers on an unknown shore. They were exhausted, outnumbered, afraid. Every night they stared at their ships, their safety, their way home, their just in case. Cortes saw the truth instantly. As long as retreat existed, courage wouldn't. So he gave one order: burn the ships, his own ships, his only way back. Imagine watching your escape sink into the sea. Panic, anger, fear, but also something sharper: focus. Because now there was only one direction: forward, win, or disappear. No middle ground. Funny how brave humans become when quitting isn't possible, right? Now the story stops being about them and starts being about you, because you have ships too. Be honest. A relationship you know is wrong, but you keep checking their messages? A job draining your soul, but it's safe? Old guilt you replay every night like self-punishment? These are ships, and as long as they're parked in your harbor, you will never fully move forward. You'll pretend, you'll plan, you'll overthink, but you won't leap, because plan B is still there. Here's the hard truth. Calm strength isn't built by motivation. It's built by cutting ties cleanly, by deciding, this version of me is finished. The person who embarrassed themselves years ago, they don't even exist anymore. New cells, new brain, new life, yet you're still punishing yourself for their mistakes. That's like arguing with last year's calendar. Pointless, heavy, exhausting, so set it down. Burn the papers, burn the ships, walk lighter, not because it's poetic, because it's practical, because once there is no escape, you finally live. If the story made you uncomfortable, good. That means something inside you is ready. Join this circle, subscribe, and in the comments, write, I am burning my ships, not for motivation, for commitment, because once you say it, there's no going back. And strangely, that's exactly where freedom begins.